Hello, Jerry Hansen here from Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm glad you stuck with me on this adventure. This is the final installment of the video series for building the new well house. This is video number 8. I'm going to be painting the well house, the final colors today. I've got some hunter green spray paint. We're going to paint the metal on the roof. And I got some barn red or antique red paint. We're going to paint the wooden structure of the well house today. So let's get started. Okay, that side of the roof is done. Let's paint the trim. Okay, let's get the barn red on the well house. Traditionally, the barn red came from a paint that farmers used to make. It was more of a seal coat for the wood to preserve the wood than it was a paint. But as the sun oxidized the elements in that seal coat, it turned what they call an antique red or barn red. That became the tradition for barn paint. What it was milk and iron oxide in the paint, and it would seal it, have a chemical reaction, and create a seal. And the milk would seal, and the iron oxide would tint it. And that's the way you come up with this rusty brown paint, barn red. And then they just add trim in white just to dress it up. Okay, I think this will do. I like the way it's turning out. By default, it turned out to be Pine Meadows Hobby Farm colors. How I came about with that colors combination, the hunter green and the barn red or the antique red, it was purely by accident, truly. I didn't plan that color scheme at all, but what happened was, the recycled material I built my barn with, it was exposed bare metal, and I didn't want the barn to, stand out like a turd in the punch bowl. I wanted to be able to dress it up and make it look nice, so it was going to be a barn, so I painted the side metal barn red. And the roof, I kind of liked the idea of a hunter green roof, and so I painted all the roof corrugated metal hunter green before I even put it on the barn. And I had every intention in the world to trim the barn in white to have that traditional classic barn color. So as a result, after I got the roof on, I stood back and took a look at it, and I actually liked the color combination of that antique red and that hunter green. And so that's how the color combination or a color theme for Pine Meadows Hobby Farm came about. Purely by accident. So this will protect the wood with this base coat of paint that I caught on here. It's making it easier to paint the red right onto it. And it'll give that extra protective layer from the elements so I won't have to paint it for a while. I had an animal come up here last night and rub on this. This is a spot of mud. Wonder what that was that did that. Well, I'm going to turn the camera off, and then I will end our conversation right here, continue painting the well, and show you guys the finished product. So I'll see you later. The back side of the well house is done now, so I'm going to start work on the door. I got to buy more lumber to finish trimming around the door because I am completely out of wood that's long enough to be able to trim this, so I have to go buy some. Okay, I got new hinges, painted them flat black, and these hinges will work out a lot better for this type of door. Oh. Okay. My cord fell out of my drill. Touch up the Well, the well house is finished, and this project has come to a conclusion. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen, here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I want to thank you for joining me. Please subscribe, and you'll be entered in to win some of these paintings I've been painting. I will be holding the contest drawing at 9 p.m. on October 31st. So make sure your name is in there to win. See you later.